Right, Thursday morning, very early morning, just covering yesterday's action. So, sideways. It was a bit red, but nothing dramatic. We're still sort of holding this 4,650-ish zone. Silver, meanwhile, is going up, testing 90, so you're not really going to have gold go all the way down with silver up. But basically, sideways day, sideways down, nothing crazy. Today's sideways up, basically undoing yesterday's damage, although today hasn't really gotten started. So sideways for gold. I don't mind gold being a bit behind. It's basically sideways while silver's going up. And for me, it's bullish patterns, right? You've got juniors outperforming seniors, you've got silvers outperforming gold. It's bullish stuff and it's slow and it's nice because the miners are going up during the metal's slow reawakening, and that's how more profit is squeezed into the portfolio. So I really don't mind this. I'm patient. We haven't really confirmed this higher low double bottom yet unless we take out 4,900, especially 5,000. But the longer it takes, the more 4,900 becomes the confirmation. Because, for me, the real confirmation is when you take out this descending. So if you're going to take a long time in gold, if it's just going to creep up slowly, and I think it's going to do it, and I don't think it's going to take time, in the end, you go here and it becomes this level, which is 4,900. But if we do it straight away, it's more sort of here-ish. Obviously, 5,000 is better than 4,900, but I feel like 4,900 might do it. And I feel like if we're going to hit 4,900, that means silver's hitting 96. We're going to get to silver in a second. But basically, yesterday was a sideways day. I'm not going to over dramatize it. It's basically a nothing day. And as long as we hold this sort of level here, you can see like this was support, kind of resistance, kind of support. It's not really a level, but so far we seem to be basing there. I feel like we're going to curl and go up. And then let's see. I'm just looking for 4,900, and I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen regardless of what happens in Iran, because most recently you've seen metals move up with oil, right? If things go bad in Iran, but the whole time you've seen metals go up when oil goes down, because recently, I mean, for the last couple of weeks, gold and silver have been moving with the market. So, but you have it both ways. You can have an argument both ways. You can have, oh, gold goes up because there's peace, because we've been trading that way for ages. But normally, right, and very, very recently, you've got gold moving up when you've got war escalation. So I think you could have it both ways. And therefore, I think you've really got to look at gold and silver for the macro monetary long-term reasons, which is the way that's what really sustains gold price movements anyway. So anyway, whatever. I think gold's gonna go up kind of regardless, along with silver. Silver's already moving up. Silver took out 83, tested 83, touched it perfectly here. And next day, yesterday, touched 89. So that's nice to see those technical levels getting respected. We're backing off today, kind of like the opposite of gold. So gold had a sideways down day, and now is having a sideways up morning. And silver was the opposite. Silver had a sideways up day yesterday, actually a bit more of a sideways up day. It was an up day. And then today, this morning, having a sideways sort of retracement down, which is fine. I actually feel like we'll go back up during the day, and even if it doesn't, it's fine. It's healthy. But yeah, I feel like gold's gonna go and test 4,900, and whilst it's doing that, silver's just gonna go and test 96. I think gold will hit 44,900 before silver hits 96. But yeah, this is your 4,900 slash 5,000 gold level. That's where silver will be, I reckon. And that's the confirmation of gold. Like, all right, gold, you can now run to 5,500, 5,600, the record high. That'll take time. It's not going to squeeze there. But silver will start doing this. But silver will squeeze here. I don't think silver's going to do an orderly, staircase move. It won't do it in one day. It won't do it in 3 days, but it could do it in a week. Or it's I think it's gonna get crazy again. Like we've started to see a bit of crazy stuff, right, in silver. So I'm pretty excited, and silver's looking strong. Silver's kind of going up when gold was going down. So I think it looks wonderful. I really do, and I think the oil price, the Iran war, and all that. I don't think it's really going to change it much. I mean, if there's escalations, you can't really have silver up 6%. You could have silver down too, but I think technically there's damage to the shorts, let's say. Dollar, meanwhile, was going up. So that's nice to see silver not care about that. I still think dollar, it's not going to go all the way up here because this is the peak of the war. It should have gone way higher. So dollar, whatever, like up a little bit, down and then down, right? Doesn't really matter. What does matter though, and I'm not sure how much it's going to impact the metals, is yield. This must terrify all, Western governments. The 30-year basically on its way up here. And then what? The markets go down, they should. What does gold do? Again, a bit like the war, you could argue gold and silver go up, especially gold, or down, right? There's an argument both ways. Like normally you'd say gold goes down, yields are going up, oh my God. But historically, I think gold goes up with yields. And I think basically we've been going up. I think we're going to go up overall. We might have one shock day where it's down. But yeah, yields. Look at Japan. Sorry, I know no one talks about Japan, but isn't this absolutely catastrophic? Could this start a financial crisis? I mean, we're just going to ignore this. This is completely out of this world. By the way, let me just do the weekly chart. Do you know what I mean? This is the trend. Is there some sort of yen carry unwind trade that's just going to absolutely decimate the whole AI? There's something that's going to happen. There's some repercussions, right? I don't really know. It'll happen, and then everyone will look at this chart and say, "Oh yeah, maybe let's just wait for that." But this is something, right? But all right, that should help gold too. Everything helps gold. The EU yields also same thing, right? New record highs. I mean, it's already been done, but this is about to get there and squeeze. That's going to do something. The British toast already, right? This was the British government just it was over here, just getting absolutely smashed. Like had to quit, had to leave. Abdication, and here we are way higher. Yields are out of control, and they're just going to keep going up. There's something there that counts, right? That's more important than a DXY in terms of repercussions to financial markets. I'll just leave it as, do with it as you will, but something's going to happen. And I think overall it's going to help gold long term, a bit like war. There could be some short term drop, but long term deficits and all, it helps gold. Oil, I think we're going to sort of have a bit of a decision soon, right? It's not going to happen soon, like within the next 1, 2 days, but at one point, either you're going to drop and it'll coincide perfectly with news, as it always does, or it's going to break out. And again, you could have it both ways. You're supposed to go down. Normally, the way we've been trading oil up, metals down, miners down, markets down. But very, very recently, you've had actually the metals go up with oil, and therefore the miners go up. And it's kind of like the only sector in the markets that did that. So let's see. I think we're going to down. I just feel like the Iran war's just dying down and oil will go down. So I'm still looking to like sell more and more of my oil stocks. That's something I'm not really paying attention to my oil stocks that much because there's a lot of excitement in the metals and I've got other sectors that are doing quite well. Copper, by the way, out of control in a good way, new record highs. 3D printing, quantum computing. There's a lot of stuff moving in my portfolio, but I do have my iron oil. I'm like, okay, in a couple of days, something's gonna happen, and my default position is to just sell it all, right? Like margin call, sell it all today, and if it goes up, fine, whatever. I miss out, but I'm in profit, and if it goes down, it'd be so good to sort of sell before that. Right. Anyway, let's get to the miners, right? Because that's where most of the fun is, and like 80% of my portfolio is miners. GDX, it's a red day despite what the candle looks like because the close is below the close of the day before. But I like this. I like this. Gold being down obviously means the GDX, which is mainly gold related, is going to be a bit. It was a sideways day, but it's a healthy looking candle. And again, I feel like as long as gold goes up to 4,900, this is going to go here. And this will get here before gold's at 4,900. It could even be here-ish. But what's for sure is if gold's at 4,900 slash 5,000, and let's just say here, we're going to be here before 5,500 slash 5,600 record high. So for me, GDX is outperforming gold, right? Not every single day, but overall. And that's all I want. So GDX, it's fine. It's sideways. It's basing. I think gold right now is kind of here, relatively speaking. So we're looking good. I don't really want to cover all the GDXJ, same thing, a little more advanced, closer to this peak. So that's good to see juniors outperforming seniors. SIL senior silver, look at that. That's incredibly advanced compared to the sort of gold stocks. I mean, you could say the silver seniors are outperforming the gold juniors. That's also bullish. I just if silver's beating gold in general, that's just bullish. This is so easy. This is so obviously outperforming silver, and silver's performing well. So we will be, 15% move. We're going to be there before silver's at 120 for sure. But all right, let's keep it simple. Next stop is going to be here, pre-gap. After that, and it could be in one day. No, it's not going to be one day. It's post gap, and after that's a record high. And Pan America is outperforming this. Everything is sort of bullish outperformance. Silver looks, SIL looks great. SILJ looks greater. So it's already taken this out, closed above it. It's on its way to its gap. Right, we may stop off somewhere because there's a hell of a move to the pre-gap zone. But if silver's going to 96, right, you're going to get there. This is your silver 96 stuff. This is your silver 100. Could even be higher. And then this is your silver 120. But we're going to be here before silver 120. This is on the way to silver 120. And I don't know, maybe SIL gets to its record high before SILJ, but I don't care. It can be a little tag team race. But for me, we will get there before silver's at 120, and it's going to be incredible profits, and it already is. I don't know about you guys, but my portfolio is doing very, very well. And it's not just because of these other sectors and copper and these other tech sectors or whatever that I hold, because some sectors are not at their last record high, like uranium is still not there and all that. It, you know, silver getting to 120, SILJ and all that getting to their record highs, my portfolio will be higher than it was at its peak before the Iran war, for sure. And that's kind of all I care about. So it's very, very nice. Right. The actual miners, Newmont, absolutely outperforming GDX and gold. Still holding sideways. No problems for me. 5,000 gold. We're gonna be way beyond here. We're gonna kind of be around here. Yeah, we're gonna be in the close to 130 to 124 when it gets to 5,000 gold. So Newmont is gonna be at record highs like much before gold is. So wonderful. And anyway, the recent news is here. So Newmont is just an absolute buy. But I'm not buying because I got enough. I'm not buying any because I got enough. I got enough everywhere. Just in case I'm wrong, no matter how adamant I am that I'm right. Barrick. So Barrick is more of a buy. Complete breakout here. Huge move. It's like an 8-9% day. And we've retraced back to the scene of the crime being a breakout. Now it's a buy and up you go. This actually, you know what? It was the only stock that I had sells in place that actually filled. So I could and I should buy back what I trimmed there. I think it was 46.99 or something. So actually, I'm just gonna add my buy. I could even buy it pre-market now just to buy back what I sold because I'm so sure that we're gonna go up in gold in the miners and in Barrick, especially with this. So that's I just need to make a note of that. Okay. Wonderful. That'll go back up and you know, basically we've already done the retrace and back up and up we go. So Barrick looks very good short term for the buy. Agnico starting to look better with every day that passes, every sideways day, they're starting to look better. The Agnico, Wheaton, Franco, and Royal Golds that are kind of the weakest looking gold stocks, although they're kind of the best quality ones. So yeah, we've got Newmont all the way up here, by the way. Newmont is here. It's ridiculous how much more advanced Newmont is, but it had good earnings. So this one will rise, and actually, if it takes out this descending, it'll give it an extra boost. So I don't think this is as far away as it looks. Like it looks like it takes 6 up trading days, but it might just take like 4. One to take us to this descending, one to break us out, and then yeah. So, but the trend is up, but definitely underperforming. But it's basically the best gold mine in the world, no, Agnico. So I sleep very well. I don't really care what the chart looks like. Even if it just starts to roll over for whatever reason, because gold goes down, then Jesus, you could extend this here actually. I mean, if it lost this, it would look very bearish. But if there's nothing changed with the company, then you just take advantage of the weakness. The weakness will push it lower, you know, because the technicals will sort of keep it going. But then you just buy it because overall, the stock price has to reflect the company. The company's great, so not worried at all. And I'm ready to take advantage, but it won't go down because you'd need the sector to go down, and I don't see that happening, but it can. Wheaton, very good. I shouldn't really classify Wheaton with the others because it's doing very well. I'm going to remove this just to make it easier to see, but that looks like it's ready to go up there. I mean, if gold's at 5,000, 4,900, you probably got wheat in here. 5,000, you probably got the gap fill. And way before 5,500 slash 5,600 record high, you got Wheaton just taken out and going towards 200. So Wheaton looks good, actually. Royal Gold, a bit like Agnico, ready to take out this little 250, let's say. Once you close there, you keep going and you're straight away going to hit this descending, which is the biggest resistance, I think. And you might take it out straight away, and then you've really got then you got it all the way up here. And if you've got Royal Gold at 275, it's going to look super strong. Like higher low looks good. It's just ready to break out this and to confirm this double bottom, sort of high low double bottom. And then you're just like 1 or 2 days away from record high. So it'll look very good very quickly. Royal Gold looks very constructive to me. Franco Nevada, that was a good candle yesterday. Very good candle, especially compared to its peers. You can see how it popped out of this mini resistance and actually closed above it. So that's kind of good enough. So actually, Agnico looks like the weakest chart, but this one also ready to move up. Might take 1 or 2 days to get here, but you need up days in the metals too. And again, the descending for me is the strongest resistance. You take that out, then and then it will look like a royal gold, very, very nice, right? All the way up here. Not a high low double bottom, but a double bottom, but fine. As long as gold goes up, I think 5,000 gold, you probably got Franco near 273. And then it looks wonderful. And again, even these weak ones, they will take out their record highs before gold does. Agnico is probably the one I think you'll be around here at 5,000. This will match gold, I think, in the end. By the time gold to 5,500, 5,000, you've probably got Agnico around here. Maybe it's already made a breakout. So that's the weakest one. Right, mid tiers, I am gold, fine. Still sideways. Still sideways. You just need to I mean, 4,900 gold, you probably got I am gold above this zone. 5,000, probably up here. I am gold will start to outperform massively. I mean, forget these seniors. I am gold can move, and it's already had good news. So I think it's going to creep up quickly as gold does, and then it's going to start to accelerate. So you probably got it at 23 by the time gold's at 5,000. And then way before gold takes out its record highs, you got it, testing its record highs too and breaking out. I think it's its record high. Equinox, I think that just had a merger or something. Whatever, fine. I'm sure it's good. This is gonna be a beast. A bit like I am gold. Um, that looks good actually, that candle. Even though it was kind of a red day, um, that's a nice looking candle, coming back from its previous base support. That's ready to go up. Reminds me of B2 Gold when it had its drop post earnings and it just went all the way up actually. But this is nowhere near as dramatic. So yeah, 4,900 gold. You're probably going to get Equinox at 16. In fact, it might get that bit already before. 5,000, it's probably at 17, and then way before. Equinox will just break out and keep running. I think this will become a beast. Like Don Direct was talking about a six-bagger for a big stock like this. This is basically a senior now, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll keep it as a mid-tier. For me, it's just a habit. Like I can't put it in the same box as Agnico and Newmont. I just can't. And Iron Gold is also quite a big company, right? So it's my own definition of mid tiers. But it looks good, stock's good, chart's good, even with this merger down day. So it's all cool. B2 Gold, very nice. Lots of green candles, even if they're technically red days, they look good. The close being higher than the open. It's very healthy, constructive stuff. I don't mind these sort of sideways days where gold's taking its time. You've got a lot of gold mining, whatever, mining charts just sort of repairing and looking cleaner and looking like they're accumulating energy for the next day up, the next move up. And I think B2 Gold is ready to retest, 560 slash 570. Like that's your zone. This is going to be your sort of zone of resistance. We could get there on any up day, even a small up day. And then when you got your big day, straight away gap fill, and then one more and you're at record highs again. You know what I mean by record highs. So B2 Gold looks really good, especially after a big move like that. No strong retracement. All the drops are sort of bought, and the close looks nicer than the open. It looks good, especially for your Mali stuff going on in the background. I'm very surprised by that. This one, this one's going to go back up to 630 quite quickly. Probably by the time gold's at 5,000, it'll be like gap filled. Looks good. Harmony is okay. It's okay. Yeah, support is holding every time you're hitting this 17 zone. Yeah, it's just stuck between 17 and 1850, 60. And those are your levels. I think 4,900, 5,000. You're going to have it here. And yeah, this is not going to be at record high. Gold will beat Harmony. Harmony is just, yeah, like I said, it all the way down here. Obviously, there's too much resistance. And although it's not super weak right now, it's just there's a lot to get through. So this needs time, right? This is like it's been through a 10-year depression or something. This one needs time, right? It needs counseling or something. All right, Aris Mining, fine, no problem. Yes, it was a red day, definitely underperformed everyone else. Closed at low of day, not great, but it never dropped that much. It's bounced quite nicely. If gold goes to 4,900, you're gonna be here at least 5,000. You might even start testing this. So this will break out way before gold. So that's fine. I'm not concerned at all. SPSW, that looks okay too, actually. Another one that was very, very weak, but with time, it's looking like it's accumulating energy. This one takes out like 1430, closed above it straight away up to pre-gap and maybe even to gap fill. It could start happening next week. You could end up gap filling next week if the metals go up, platinum, palladium, and all that too. And then very quickly up. It goes up and down quickly. So that one's starting to look much better. Right, let's look at the silver stocks. Pan American Silver, very nice. Right, looks a bit like SIL and everything, but even stronger, popping its head up. I was expecting a bit of a better day yesterday because silver was up, but okay, it's done very, very well. It's taken a bit of a breather, and still it did quite well at some point yesterday. Next up, all-time highs, right? I know it's 68, 69 before 70, but not really, 96 silver, 70 Pan America. That's what I'm looking for. Otherwise, 100 silver, 70 Pan, whatever. But definitely, when the silver's at 120, this thing is at 80 or something, This thing's going 100, man. And this is no small stock. This is the best, in my opinion. So that's all I'm going to say. Pan America, wonderful, continues to be wonderful. It's been wonderful for a long, long time. First Majestic, this one's looked real weak for a long time. I mean, during the drop, especially here, I was a bit concerned, ready to buy lower lows. I was looking at this. Forget this. We are on our way to 26. Like 96 silver, you're probably at 26. 100 silver, I don't know. 100, yeah, we're gonna get there before 120 silver, which is all I want. It looks good, It had 23 resistance. We broke out. We sort of retested it twice, right here on the open, here on the drop yesterday. So that's kind of confirmed. Like, all right, we've been testing the lows. Now let's go up. Still would have expected a better move. In the silver miners in general yesterday, silver was a bit stronger than the miners, but we gave back a bit there. But I think you move to 96, yeah, you're going to be up here. So First Majestic still continues to look okay slash good. CDE, bit weaker, let's be honest, right? It should have already taken out its post Iran war high bounce. I can never say that. Up here, it should have already taken this out. So it's definitely weaker than its peers. A bit disappointed because this is my favorite silver miner still. It's just I've got great memories of it moving huge. But okay, 96 silver will definitely be above this. I don't care what mood it's in. And then 100 will probably be there. 120 at the moment, 120 silver looks like maybe silver can beat CDE, but after that, I don't know. At some point, it's going to get its energy and start running. So CDE looks, I'm okay. It's okay, but it's underperforming. Let's be honest. Heckler looks better than CDE. Looks like it's sort of catching up and ready to look like First Majestic. At least we started to take out the post-Iran war bounce peak. It did pop its head above, so we did actually trade higher than that peak. We closed way better because that day was like all the way down here. So it's good. I think the level is being respected. That looks like support just in case. Next stop is up here, 23, then 20. I think it's pretty clear the levels, at least from my little eye. 96 silver will probably be above 23, actually. 100 silver, not that 100's a level, it's just another sort of metric. 25, I think Heckler's ready to run. And I think all of this drop here on post earnings, I think it was incorrect anyway. I think Heckler's a beast and it should end up trading a bit like Pan America, just up with silver every day, outperforming silver, and actually did quite well. It was one of the best performing silver miners. EXK absolutely makes sense that it had a sideways day, it had a nice move, and I think it's that resistance, and I think that's why it acted this way. I think there's resistance, not because of this horizontal, because of this, and it's my favorite line to break out of. So let's have a 96 move, probably a massive breakout of this descending, and the next level is probably something like here. It's not a real level, it's just a bit of a level, and it's also the halfway point between where it is now, which is a level, and this obvious level. You can't just go all the way up to 14 in one day or in one go. So, but I am expecting a bit of breakout here, and it'll coincide perfectly with the move to 96. All right, the last two real quick. ASM Avino at a level. Look at that, between two levels. That was quite a funny little day yesterday. But still, it should have been a greener day, right? Silver was up. But okay, 96 silver, we'll definitely see it start to move up. 96, 100. This one moves, actually. So I don't know whether we're going to be at 9 or we're going to be at 10-ish, just before 10. But 96 will definitely see us break out of here. This is also your peak of the Iran war. So this is obviously a level. Once we break out of it, you're kind of confirming the double bottom higher low. So it's healthy, it's normal. Just need silver to continue for continuation here. And finally, ah yeah, gold and silver. Uh, go on TSX. Amazing. This has been the best stock overall. It's nice to finish with this one. I don't do that on purpose, but basically, it's touching record highs right now, which is 30, right? When you're testing 29.70, you're at 30. It's the same thing. This is incredible. This is the one that had a short report. No, I remember that. I was worried. I think I still bought just because of what Rick Rule said, but what a wonderful decision that was. Not my heaviest holding, but the best looking chart out there. Yeah, 96 silver, forget about it. This is trading probably at 31 by then. 100 silver, 120, I don't know, probably 40. It's crazy. Perfect, wonderful. And that's how it ended. All right, good luck. Let's see what happens. I still think we go up in the metals. Not straight away, not violently, but we go up overall, no matter what happens with Iran. Nothing's changed. The thesis is ideal, strong with every day, just like the miners will be. So good luck.